Hello guys, and welcome to another episode where I run you through StarCraft 2 and how to get the achievements for the missions in Wings of Liberty. This mission is the Evacuation, and the achievements are Evacuation. Complete all mission objectives. Then there's Handle with Care. Don't lose a transport truck. Then there's Sacrifice. Sacrifice nothing. Don't lose or salvage a building. This one is, well, it's actually pretty tough because of the last achievement there. Basically, it's one of those things where every pass you have to build a new round of bunkers and send some SEVs to protect those bunkers and repair them. This first one, make sure you grab those 2 mineral deposits. And then there'll be one up here in the corner. And as soon as you grab those, take those 2 fire bats and send them on ahead to, there'll be a bunker right up here at just outside the base, and then there's one right next to, where the, survivors are dropped off. I'd go ahead and, yeah, build Marines right off the bat, about 4 of them. You're going to be putting 2 Marines and a fire bat in a bunker, and along the way, make sure this fire bat picks up all the resource pallets that are dropped. Yeah, there's the second bunker. This is what makes the mission the hardest, is those bunkers right there, because it's easy if they weren't there and you could build your own bunkers where you wanted them, but they make it hard because they have those 2 out there way away from the base where you can't defend them easily, so you have to act pretty quick to keep them from dying. And then I think it's after the first round you'll be building a 3rd bunker in the middle on the right, because there's a pathway off to the right there. And then make sure every time, every bunker has 1 SCV guarding it, at least. You can do 1.5. Actually, I'd probably do 1.5 just to be on the safe side. But yeah, like I said, for these first bunkers that are out in front, you'll want at least 1 fire bat and 2 Marines in them. The fire bat will get rid of the Zerglings that pop up, and the Marines will keep the Overseers and flying units from taking out the bunker. Now, after you get that first initial bunker with 2 Marines and a fire bat, the others you build will be nothing but Marines. Send this Marine to go grab those supply crates. Yeah, you wouldn't think those overlords would be anything, but they're a pain in the butt, because what they do is they plant creep down, and it prevents you from building bunkers. So that's why the Marines are really important in the bunkers. Like that, see? And the DNA crystals, there will be 1 down off that pathway to the left. There's the one right next to where the survivors are escaping, and then where you're going to build the 3rd bunker, there'll be 1 off down that path down the right. yeah, once you get about 4 or 5 Marines with 2 medics, go ahead and come down this right path, picking up the supply crates as you go, and that should be enough to deal with the Zerglings that are down there, and you'll be able to get that DNA crystal. Yeah, like I said, after each pass, you're going to want to build a bunker. So after the first pass, you're going to want to build a bunker on each part. So after the first pass, you should have 6 bunkers, and then on the second pass, you should have 9. And usually I've found 9 bunkers is a good stable point. And then also, like I said, make sure you have enough SCVs for each bunker, so this way that they can repair any of the attacking damage that is going on. And also, it doesn't hurt to have a decent-sized force of Marines to kind of go in there and support your bunkers. Yeah, I kind of forgot to put people in this bunker. And then again, you want Marines in these bunkers because the Firebats don't have enough range to reach the Hydralisks that will be attacking. So they are essential in protecting the bunkers. Yeah, if you have the perk that allows you to build from the medics, that allows you to build them without using the reactor core, go ahead and use the fusion core. Or bleh. If you have the ability to build medics without using the tech lab, go ahead and use the fusion core, because that way you can build 2 units at a time and you don't need a second barracks. Go ahead and build your 3rd bunker at each location. On that top one, you can build it like this, and it blocks off that entranceway right there. But if you have units that are patrolling back and forth, if they can't get to the patrol marker, they will go all the way down to the bottom and through. They will go all the way down to the bottom and through the Zerg on the bottom pathway to get to the patrol marker. So just be careful when you're doing that, because you'll see me have that issue here in a little bit. Also, do not put medics in the bunkers. It'd be great if they healed the bunker, but they don't. Once you have all 3 bunkers manned, it's pretty easy after that point, because all you have to do is just kind of stick your force with the transport and keep it moving across, and it won't have any problems. As long as you have at least 3 bunkers at each location and 3 SCV units, they should be alright. You won't lose any buildings, so you don't have to worry about that. Then all you got to do is focus on gathering the DNA crystals, which at this point you should already have 2, because there's the one that you get right next to the evacuation point. Then you already got the one down off on the right. So once you have a decent enough force, I'll show you how to come down the left side and get that last DNA crystal. Never fails, I'm always supply capped. And then also, if you like say a mineral deposit gets depleted or your refinery gets depleted, go ahead and use those SCVs and drop them off at the bunkers. Also at this point, I think they're going to have the Nidus worms pop up, and this first one, if you just kind of go right here at this corner, you can shoot the Nidus worms from the cliff. Oh, that must be the next go round. This is the airdrops, so alright. Well, when the Nidus worms do pop up, you'll be able to take them out from the cliff and not have to worry about that. Just make sure you do take out these drop points that drop in the middle of the road. The drop pods. Blech. More supply depots. And then go ahead and flatten your supply depots, because the last thing you want is your SCVs to get trapped because they can't get to your supply depot, get to build anything, because they're stuck behind a raised supply depot they just built. go down. Probably, yeah. Now we're gonna go down and get that last DNA crystal, which you can probably finish this up when you first get the second one on the right. But I generally like to have a big enough force to walk down off in there, because I wasn't sure if there was going to be a large group or, you know, what was going to be down there. So I figured just go ahead with a large group and move down there, so this way I can take anything that pops up in front of me. And also, when you go down there, make sure you grab the supply crates. So one good thing about the campaigns that I do like is the fact that they have supply crates laying around and you can just run around and snag them. It's a good way to get ahead. It's like at that very beginning, if you miss those first two supply crates, more than likely you won't be able to build those 4 Marines at the beginning and fill those bunkers. So you'll have to use your fire bats to defend before placing them in the bunker, and more than likely you'll wind up losing the bunkers. Supply crates. Yay. Should have grabbed that the first time I went down there, but I guess I didn't see him. And now is when the Nidus Worm's gonna pop up. Yeah, see how I'm kind of clustered on this cliff here? My Marines should be within range to nail the Nidus Worm when it pops up, yeah. Yeah, it's just a matter of keeping my force around the transport and making sure it makes it there in one piece. Worm that's going to pop up. Also, another good reason not to block that path up at the top with 3 bunkers is there's going to be another Nidus Worm that's going to pop up there, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get to it, so I just got to leave it alone for the time being. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to it, and my bunkers can't reach it, so. But it doesn't produce enough units to be too much of a threat as long as I have my SCVs there, so all I gotta do is let my SCVs do repairing, and the damage my bunkers do is more than enough to deal with the units it puts out. Everybody's safe. I can get away. Hey, stop chasing that. Now, if only they'd put weapons on the Hercules, that would be one hell of a transport. And there you go. That's how to do the evacuation mission and get all the achievements. My name's Anthony Sewell, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you again.